Hey guys, it's Max Powers, and I am here with Mark from Trail to Bigfoot, and I'm going to ask my standard 3 questions.
All right, here we go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I actually know the answer to this.
Hello.
Are you a knower or a believer?
Oh, wow. Nobody's ever asked me that.
Because there's a difference.
I suppose there is. I know what I know.
You know what you know.
I know what I know.
We're going with knower on that.
I guess I'm going with a knower,
Okay.
you know.
How many years have you been out there?
5 years.
5 years.
And I came in totally unexperienced.
Okay.
And I don't read anything. Only thing I had seen, like everybody else, is on TV. What was it, for a couple of years? Finding Bigfoot.
Finding Bigfoot, right?
You know, so I had watched Finding Bigfoot, and that's all.
Okay.
Chris came to me and told me his experience when he was a boy. Chris, my good friend, I had no reason not to believe him. And I said, sure, why not? Let's go.
There we go.
And so here we are. And so I really went in initially really skeptical. Or kind of not so much that, it's kind of like, I don't care. I'm in the woods with my buddy, and I really enjoy this. Now, since that time, I know what I know.
There you go. All right. I'll take that. That's good. So that was still a knower. Okay. That was still a knower. So the next one is, what do you think is the best evidence out there for Bigfoot?
Wow. That's a hard one. I know this sounds almost standard. I really like the footprints.
Okay.
I really do.
Whoops.
A lot, you know, I mean, the knocks are good. Vocals are good. Have I seen anything on video that has super convinced me? No, even the things that we see on video are just really, really fleeting.
Right.
But that footprint we had today,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Right.
You know, and so when I held that myself, and I've been in Swamp 5 years, and I know what I know, I was like, can I say it? Holy shit, you know?
You can say it. They
Holy
say worse than
shit.
that sometimes.
This thing's in the swamp with me.
Right.
And I'm not really
I don't have a
afraid
gun.
but I'm not afraid by saying that. It just hits you right here more. So I like footprints, especially when I know, you know, if Chris and I get it, or I know the person who got it really well, and I trust the whole thing around it, then it really convinces me. It's really convincing to me. I like the stories, but I have stories. You have stories.
Yeah.
Everybody has, like today here, we all had stories which are cool. But that footprint,
That
I
was,
mean, really,
yeah.
we've been sitting on that a year.
You guys, did you film the casting of it? Or? One of them you did. There was one video.
We filmed the casting of that one that looked kind of like it, but it was really horrible. And it came out in the same area.
Okay.
You know,
With the same foot, based on the toes.
But the casting of the really, really good one, we went back to that area and we cast that one, but it was later.
Okay.
So, okay,
All
third
right.
question.
Third question. Thank you for reminding me. Third question is, what do you think these things are? Because your channel, you guys always just kind of leave us hanging. But what do
Well,
you think?
because
they
I
are?
don't. Is this
Slow
going on
here
the
we go.
internet? Is this going on the
It's
internet?
going on my. Don't worry, no one watches my channel.
We used to say that too now, okay? It's not innate. And whatever it is, it has the ability to cloak. It has the ability to almost talk behind a wall. It'd be like almost if I'm in that closet talking to you and you can hear me, but you can't see me. And it chooses to go in and out of that dimension. Did I just say it? In and out of that
I think
place.
Michael Merchant calls them
Okay?
polydimensional.
Yeah, it goes in and out of that place. It's playful, but it can be ominous at the same time. It can get in your head, and that really disturbs me. I would never go out there by myself.
No, I do it all
Only
the time.
not because I'm so much afraid. I guess I am to some degree, but I need the grounding of Chris or of another person. That we ground each other, so that if it did get in my head, I've got Chris to kind of pull me in the right direction.
But you both get lost
We have
if
got
they get
lost
too far in your
together.
head.
We have got lost.
I've been there. I've experienced that.
And I've been disoriented.
Yeah.
I have been panicked for no reason. And then it just comes and goes. And as a man, we're very rational beings, or we think we are. So we're thinking, I'm panicked for no reason, so we can get in our heads like that. It follows us home. And I've never said that to anybody but Chris. So you...
Because I know how this is. I know what you mean by that. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
happy
say
to hear
it.
someone
I'm gonna
else
say
say
it
it.
to you.
When you say follows you home,
All right.
because like I
The black whispery creatures.
that are just here.
We had if you watch the channel, and I was down by the water, and Chris and Beata were way back and gone into the woodline by myself, and I turned. I saw a creature right close to me, from here to there, and black, whispery kind of. But in your mind, you rationalize everything immediately.
Right.
So my mind said,
Oh, it's a
Chris and
shadow.
Beata are coming up on me. I thought it was Chris and Beata. They'd walked up on me. I didn't know it. Whatever reason, I turned this way to talk to him, and there was nothing there. I went back. We filmed the whole thing. It's on the channel.
Oops.
I see that. I've seen that more than once. And I do. I mean, it is on the channel more than once. What I saw, what we talked about when the knock surrounded us, that black whispery thing was the same thing.
I've seen it.
I live in the middle of downtown. I'm in a condominium 5 stories up. I'm walking it's night. I walk from my park to my front door where I put the coat in and go up the elevator. And to my right, I see it. So what do? You step back, you try to recreate that. Because if it's just a street light
Right.
or some shadowing, I can recreate
Right.
that.
They call that parallax, where
Yeah, I can recreate that.
Yes.
So and you don't even think about it now. I just do it. So I'm thought, and I couldn't recreate it. So I'm like, holy shit.
something was
So
there.
I was like, I got up, go upstairs, I text Chris, because Chris is the only person that would ever believe me. Because see, somebody had warned us about that a long, long time ago.
I
They had
wish
warned
someone had
us.
done that for me.
Somebody had warned us that this thing will follow you home. And I was like, yeah. So I walk every night. I walk in the evenings, parking garage, alleys. It's a city environment. 5 times. I've seen it in the garage. I've seen it in the alley. I saw it in the steps going up the garage. And I'm not ever looking for it.
Right. It just. I
It's
understand.
there. And it just like that. There and gone. And you do the double take, you step back, you do it every single freaking time because your mind is trying to.
Yeah. On my channel, I think it's in my sighting video, I talk about the same thing. All of a sudden, I
And
was
somebody
seeing it
saying,
in
well,
my
that's
rearview
not-
mirror sitting in the
that's
back seat, and it was just, just bizarre
And
stuff.
that's not Bigfoot. Well,
But it is.
it's part of the phenomenon. It's part of that whole phenomenon of the knocks and the shadows and the grunts and the claps and the thuds and the vocals. It's in that whole parameter, so I can't just
Do we,
dismiss it.
right? Because I believe these are a physical being with a supernatural
They
aspect.
have it.
When we're talking about and when we're sharing evidence, do we focus only on the physical animal aspect as a group, as across
If
the
you
board of
do,
Bigfooters?
You're going to miss out
You're gonna miss out.
because you're looking like this. I did.
So
I don't-
you wouldn't be. What you're saying is you probably wouldn't be able to fully formulate what they are by
'Cause-
limiting that.
because they're outside my realm of experience of anything else in my life. I mean, you were here, and David's here, and
Right.
my physical life. I'm very experienced with it. I'm an old man. This transcends that.
I think I got a little
into
more gray, actually.
An area that they seem to have abilities that are almost supernatural or mystical. And I'm not saying they're paranormal or from UFOs. and I told Chris, it's never been my apartment or my building here. If it ever goes into my apartment, I'm this close to just saying, I'm done. What was funny, all that was happening when Chris and I took a 2-month break. And I almost felt like it was saying, get back in the woods. When I went back in the woods, it all stopped. And it hasn't happened since.
Oh, that's very interesting.
I've had other situations where I go camping by myself and in an area that's very populated, and I'm walking around the tree line and I hear knocks. I get the sense it's saying, I know you're here. We know you.
Okay.
We know you. We know where you live. We know that you're here, and we're just saying hi. And I came back and I told Chris, I got a knock in the middle of this campground that's not that. And I got the sense it was saying, hello, we know you're here. We know who you are. And so whatever these beings are, they know Chris and I. Mm-hmm. They know us very well.
I think I started to say earlier that I have this theory that once you know they're there, they know that you know that they're there.
They knew we were there in the very beginning,
right.
and they choose to play with us.
Yeah.
And so we were warned that they'll follow you home. Mm-hmm. So Chris, I don't know if he'll talk about it. I can't talk for Chris, but he's had experiences. And that gentleman is right. Now, in all this, I'm not afraid. Like when I saw all that, I didn't get fearful. So it's not like I'm seeing a demon or something, It's just like, you're like, holy shit,
When you're out in the woods and the activity starts, do you get scared or do you get excited?
Not always.
Excited.
Sometimes I get excited, and sometimes the recent video where I saw it, and it came almost like it just appeared out of cloaking, and just went down and took off.
Right,
just
I remember that.
Like that. I mean, just like that.
And you still get impassioned about it
But
when you're talking about it.
I do, don't I?
You do. Sorry.
And so I rushed over there without fear. I just told Chris, I film me, I'm going. I ran right over there. We talked about it, we filmed it. We actually saw the little tunnel almost in the underbrush that we think it went through. And when we got all done with that, I got very fearful for 30 minutes. I even told Chris, I don't know what was on the tape, I said, I'm really apprehensive because Chris and I, we have a pact that we do this with each other. But I didn't run, I didn't go out, I just wanted to state it so it's on camera or on that I'm really apprehensive right now. And we kept going and we went a ways and that passed. So I don't think there's been one time where I've said I'm afraid and we leave.
Okay.
I can't recall anything.
I remember you got back in your couple years back.
Did we?
You got, not that you would leave, but you said, listen.
And then I got ridiculed. I
camera
get called I'm a scaredy cat because you just have to you have to be thick-skinned on
But
YouTube.
that's by people who aren't out in the woods with 8-foot-tall hairy acorns.
Or something that I know could be right behind me and I can't see it. They ought to stick. See, so I have had a sense, and also I've never been touched. But I've been in the back of us, and I have felt like something is going to reach out and push me, not grab me, just push me and knock me on the ground, which as an old man, that's kind of scary as an old man, And because I don't want to get hurt.
I do, actually.
And so, and I'll even say something to Chris, or it's going to pull my backpack and pull me back. That's never happened. And I won't make it up, okay? Just so people know.
I think the people that watch your channel know
But
that
if somebody, if it really reaches out and pushes me, that could be another deal clincher for me. I'm done. It touched me personally. Because see, it's personal. It's very, very personal. You're invading my personal space here. And I didn't give you permission to touch me. So it's almost like an act of aggression to me. But it could be playfulness.
Right. We don't know.
We do that with our children. We play with them without permission.
Yep.
But I'm not walking up to anybody here and pushing them. If I embrace them, I make the signature. You know how people, can I invade your space, and you go like that.
Yes.
So, but I felt that. I felt like I was just on the brink of getting really, really messed with. And then other times, nothing. We go out, nothing. It's as dead as a doornail. We've also, I didn't say this, on the drop and run video, it was very quiet in the swamp that day. As soon as that happened, and we were done talking about it, the whole swamp came alive. The crickets started, the birds started chirping, just the general swamp chatter came back. And I think I even said it to Chris. I said, the swamp's alive now. Whereas it was just kind of dead before. And we know those things because we go so often. We know what it's like to go in the swamp and we hear the birds, we hear the chirp. You just, the swamp. And we know when we go in and it's just dead silent. It's like, what the hell?
I know the silence.
So have I rambled on?
No, it was great. It was great. That was 3 questions. We got 4 questions and a whole lot more. So
I don't know if I answered any of those questions.
no, you did, and that was great. So thank you.
Anyway.
So, all right.
Okay, I enjoyed talking with you, and you can share that with anybody. That thing about following me home, I feel like it needs to be said. I feel like it needs to be said publicly, but I'm just not. I know this sounds strange, but I'm just not there yet.
Okay.
Because...
No, I'm the channel that pisses everybody off.
Okay,
So, yeah.
I'm just not there yet. Like, I didn't say it today, did I? This is my event.
Right.
I had every
You had
right to
other
say
people
that.
here, though, who were on that bandwagon. So,
Well, I know, and maybe our next event I will say that.
Okay.
But I'm not, and you can publish this, but I'm just not quite there yet to stand up in front of a crowd of people and say, hey,
Understandable.
just want to let you know. And it's possible if I say that, somebody's going to raise their hand and say, that's happened to me, and I don't know, I haven't been able to talk to anybody about it.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing personally with channels and people out there who are limiting information, that there may be someone who's scared to speak up because of it. They feel, that's not how it works, so this isn't it.
And they're just thinking, if I didn't have Chris, I would have nobody to talk to.
You gotta have that
Nobody,
out.
my sons can't hear that, my coworkers, my other friends in my life can't hear that, Chris can hear that. And even if he doesn't, if he thinks I'm a little wacko, he's okay. You know what I mean? He's good with that. And the person who told us that is on follows us on our channel, and I haven't even said that yet to him personally. You were right.
There we go.
Because it almost goes to a place that gets really, it goes to a place I'm not sure I'm ready to hold on to yet, the knocks, the voices, and all that, the shadow figures in the swamp. I can put my arms around all that, even though that's really bizarre. But when it follows you home, in the city,
I know.
I
know. The 2 guys in Colorado, Dustin and Greg, have you watched them?
No. See, and that's what I don't do, to be honest with you.
It's probably
I really
good.
don't follow anybody else because I don't want to be tainted. I know Chris, and I let Chris do all that. So Chris tells me all this stuff that he reads and hears, and I kind of have a little different take on it. I don't mind hearing other stories. I just don't want to be tainted. So the less I know of what's going on out there, I almost feel like it makes my experience more authentic.
Right.
Because I'm not tainted by, and your mind can really play tricks with you. You get squatch on the brain.
It's a dark and scary place.
Chris and I have gone out and we say, I tell him, man, I think I've got squatch on the brain today.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
I'm just, and that's why we say, I think I hear something over there. And Chris will say, I've been thinking it, I've been hearing it, but I haven't said anything. So it's like, I don't just have squatch on the brain if Chris, or if my recorder, because if my recorder hears it, something physical had to make the sound wave for the recorder to pick it up.
Yep.
And so then I'm like, no, I just don't have squatch on the brain. That was real. And boy, and over months and months and months and even years, you really get trained. You train yourself, to hear and to listen. because, just through experience. I'm rattling on.
Nope, it's great. Once again, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Max.
Thanks for having this whole
And I
thing.
don't know,
Letting me
you
come
wanna
down.
talk to Chris,
If Chris will talk to me.
Yep.